There is a very common relationship dynamic that I deal with a lot that is common yet unhealthy. This is the love addict and the love avoidant. If you know my work, you've probably watched some of my videos on love addiction, rejection, abandonment wounds. But people who have these wounds come out in two different scenarios. They either can become a love addict or a love avoidant, and these people usually find each other. Watch this video. I'm going to briefly describe these kinds of things in this video. There is so much more to say about each type, but because I like using this time to get straight to the point and have shorter videos, I'm just going to tell you the Cliff Note version. And if you want to go deeper into it, check out more of my work. I'll put a lot of the links below for you. The first thing is a child who grows up in a family who doesn't have, let's say you're a female, and your father is a bit of an avoidant. He's not emotionally connected or available. There's no emotional validation. There's not a consistent sense of you feeling that you're important and you matter. As a child, you are doing whatever you can to please these two parents so that you can get what you need, get your needs met. And when you spend all your time pleasing these parents and you're not getting attention or you're not getting sort of the feeling that I matter, the feeling that I'm noticed, the feeling that I'm enough, you start to look externally as you become a teenager and young adult. You didn't get that need, that, biological need met as a child. And so you're still searching for self in this way. And so because you didn't get it internally in the home environment, you start searching externally. You guys have heard me say this before. What that can turn into is a cycle of love addiction. Whether you find that cure, that drug through intimate relationships or through, a lot of people find it through different addictions, which we're not going to talk about in this video, but the love addiction is like a relationship addiction. You get that oxytocin, you get that dopamine, you get that drug rush from the initial excitement of a relationship and from getting that deep childhood wound met. This is the love addict. The love avoidant, who finds the love addict and vice versa, grew up in a home that maybe one of the parents, let's say you're a man, let's say your dad, again, was an avoidant, was obsessed with his work, was cheating on your mom, was not available. You became your mom's sort of crutch or partner or need provider. So you found a lot of your sense of self through fulfilling her needs. You found your lack of needing to feel seen. You filled that void with filling your mom's void. And so you kind of had a bit of an enmeshment. And what happens is you attract a woman who's super needy, especially emotionally. And when you attract that, you feel, oh, there it is again. That's how I get that need met. And so this is where the love avoidant attracts the love addict. What happens in this type of a relationship is it actually begins really sort of magnetic and intense, and both people very fulfilled, thinking they found their soulmate. And what happens over time is the love addict constantly needs you to validate her that she's enough, and the love avoidant likes that at first, but then he remembers that enmeshment. Oh my gosh, I have to be there for mom all the time. I can't be myself. Oh my gosh, I have to be there for my girlfriend or wife or whoever all the time. I can't be myself. And they start to fear it and avoid you. What happens with the love addict, and then she, if she's not healed yet, will go off and find another love or something else to fulfill that void, and the cycle continues. So it can be a very tumultuous relationship. It can be a very needy, confusing relationship. It's absolutely not a healthy relationship. What I will say about these relationships is by working with many couples, you can absolutely heal by really healing your own wounds individually. These relationships usually look codependent. You need to become interdependent, where both person is whole. If you can be real about how you feel, you can heal this together with help, not by yourselves. I've never seen that. I'm not saying it's not possible. But you need to really be ready to address and not be afraid of losing the person, but instead having a new dynamic with the person. This is something a lot of people don't talk about. A lot of people say, oh, that's an unhealthy relationship. You need to heal yourself before you can be in a relationship. This is really scary, especially for the love addict, because her or him, usually a woman, sense of self comes from the partner. So she needs to find a very, very strong sense of self before she's going to be able to let go or even go into a healthy version of this relationship. It's super possible. The guy or the love avoidant is going to need to understand that his identity can be his own and he can still give and provide emotional support in a way where it won't suck him dry and he'll feel extremely enmeshed. So it's finding balance for both people within the whole so that your relationship becomes, I'm a whole person. I have my own friends in my own life and my own work. I'm my own person, vice versa. I have all my own stuff. At the same time, we enjoy each other and share with each other and feel like we don't define each other, but we support each other and love each other. So this is just a Cliff Note version of this type of dynamic that I see constantly. And I think it's a big thing in our society right now to really become whole on our own and understand why we don't feel like we are and understand how we can create that and together have consistent, healthy, growing relationships. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'll put all the links for all the courses and things that will help in this way below, and I'll see you next week. Namaste.